Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your April 2020 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to talk to you about the energies coming in for your sign. So as I'm coming to you with this reading, a little bit of backstory, we are on a quarantine, and my neighbors have decided to use their time of quarantine to ride motorbikes around their yard from dawn until dusk. So if you hear engines in the background, I apologize, but I've had to get this reading out there. I can't put it off, but they just won't stop, Aquarius. They won't stop doing it, and I don't know what to do about it. But and I kind of feel like it's funny that I'm doing your reading at the same time because okay, yeah, there it goes. Because maybe you're going through this too. You know, Saturn just came into your sign, and it's like you've got work to do and you've got things to do, and you've got a lot of like needs to meet of other people, and you know, the proverbial, you know, bad neighbors are driving around and making it impossible to get your work done. So as an Aquarius, first and foremost, coming into the month of April, maybe there's some kind of work or some kind of task that you're not meant to be doing right now, or that you're kind of meant to be finishing up. And, you know, maybe there are a lot of signs coming from the universe about, you know, what are you doing, Aquarius? What are you doing? Why? What does it rely on? How is it profitable? The profitability of your life, the goals that you have, all of these Saturnian principles, the structures, the boundaries, the limitations. You'll start to see really quickly in the month of April what isn't enough and what isn't right for you too. I hope that you were all able to watch the Saturn and Aquarius video on my channel. I'll link it below in the description box if you haven't. But yeah, that's such a huge deal for you guys this month. That's going to be direct in your sign for the entire month of April. And, you know, it's not surprising to see that coming up for you. You know, I feel a lot of similarities actually coming from Virgo's energy for you, Aquarius. So any of you Aquarians out there with Virgo in your chart, you might want to watch Virgo's reading, because I think that it will really resonate for you. I would recommend you all to watch Virgo's reading, because I think that you are going to actually become a bit of a rock star here in the month of April for the things that you've done right. And I think that you might also be questioned or challenged on some of the things that you feel like haven't gone smoothly. I do feel like intuitively the energy of like Nine of Wands and the Tower to be coming up for you guys, even though they're not in your spread. But what you do have is Nine of Swords and Ace of Cups reversed, which is very similar energy. Okay, you guys have a very interesting connection to Virgo this month. It's almost like your energy and Virgo's energy can almost like, you know, if you started a relationship with a Virgo, or if you have Virgo family members, there's something really important to see there, because you might almost see that you're kind of switching up identities just a little bit there. And that's another thing that I want you to look at as an Aquarius with Saturn moving into your sign, because Aquarius is the sign that represents like alchemy, mixing things together, transmuting things. So have you kind of, this is a weird concept, Aquarius, that I've never really thought of, but have you almost switched identities with someone? Have you kind of become an Aquarius in disguise as a Virgo, for example? Have you kind of started to unknowingly mimic someone's communication patterns or someone's identity? I'm not saying, or maybe someone's done that to you too. Maybe someone's kind of like copying you, or you're feeling copied, or you're worried of copying someone else. So that's an interesting thing for you guys to look into this month and check out. You know, I feel like you are really, really powerful this month, Aquarius. Like you're going to be the type of person most likely who introduces the way forward, or introduces what to do during all of these societal conflicts. You know, we are moving strongly into the millennial age of Aquarius. That's finally really coming in here. So your sign is going to be boosted to that level of supremacy in a way, and you want to really make sure that your identity is ready for it. And I think that's one of the harder things, and what Saturn is really pushing with Saturn and Aquarius is like really developing that identity and making sure that it's at its most successful point too. So the identity, how do you feel about your identity? Is there kind of a judgment about your identity, as well as a paranoia or a constant concern about it? I think that for the Aquarians who have been able to get their identity together, you will really flourish this month. And for those of you who are still working on it, you're going to get it this month, but there might be a bit of an uphill battle to make that happen, okay? So let's look at your week-to-week Aquarius. In the first week, you have Judgment rooted down by Page of Wands. And I think that that is really good for you. I think that you are really having a rebirth of creativity, most definitely. And that's interesting how that does come with a Saturn transit. There can actually be a really big injection of creativity and a really big injection of, feeling like this might be your chance, or like you have some kind of opportunity to really show what you're made of, or really show some of your, high points, some of your talents, some of your abilities. And I think that that's one of the best things for you right now. It's really funny, Aquarius. I think how people want you to see yourself, okay? And this is complicated. I feel that there's a bit of deception around you, honestly. And again, this is just this is intuitive. I think that there's a bit of deception around you, and I think that the first week of April is going to make things really honest, and I think that there's going to be a very honest awakening and a very honest view of what you're meant for. A lot of people might be around you saying, you need to do this, you need to go into the medical field, or you need to go into the whatever field, and you might know that, no, I actually want to do this creative pursuit over here, and you want to follow that. You want to watch out for letting other people determine your future for you. Even in like a reading or something, or in this video, like, don't let me determine, for example, your future for you. Try to really step into first person and really start creating your own destiny, or creating your own future. And that's going to start in the first week of April. You're going to have a kind of fiery awakening, and all month you're going to feel like a sense of fire and a sense of like, wands energy coming in. Watch out for any burnout, though. I will say, you want to really use it well. Week number 2, you have the moon rooted down by the sun. Isn't that a wonderful synergy? I love the moon and the sun together. It's really harmonious. So there is something harmonious for you coming in the second week, but, make sure that other people aren't really absorbing it too much. Make sure that other people aren't really, coming to bat for that, or coming, trying to take it away from you in any way. I kind of feel that some people are kind of wanting to mount the sun and the moon for you in a way. So watch out for other people who are controlling, or for people who want to create the wind in your sails to be able to claim that credit or something. There could be even like injustices during that time, or again, deception. It is the moon. And what I like, though, is that, the positioning of the moon is on top. So it's like the foundation is still the sun. The foundation is honesty. The foundation is reality, but you want to be careful about how, like, deception, for example, can kind of be mounted on top of that. So just try to keep things truthful and honest, and specifically with yourself and your goals. Page of Wands, you are kind of the Page of Wands this month, so you are establishing a new creative leaf, and you want to keep that as honest as possible, and not really commit that over to anybody else or any other situation. Week number 3, Aquarius, you have Ace of Cups reversed, rooted down by 9 of Swords. So, it's drained, and that's okay. You're feeling Saturn in your sign, and it's going to go retrograde back into Capricorn. So, towards June of 2020, you're going to feel a lot of relief, but you want to really see what's coming up in the third week. What are you feeling drained about? What are you worried about? What are you dreading? Because that's going to be very honest. Again, like any sense of dread or regret or guilt or fear that you feel in the third week, that needs to be really understood and maybe journaled about and noted, so that you can work on that during the time that Saturn goes retrograde. Because I think that it's a beautiful opportunity for you guys to have Saturn retrograde and kind of leave you right after it comes in, because it's going to kind of introduce to you some of the experiences and some of the things that you're going to have to focus on. And you can really do a lot of that work during the time it goes retrograde until around September, and then even further till December of 2020. When it really comes back to where it will be there in the third week, you can really solve all those problems then, so that your future is so bright. But you're going to see really clearly in the third week. Third week of April is going to be so big for you guys. So big. People are going to show themselves for who they are, for their true colors. The amount of energy that you have, your health, your well-being, your sense of self is going to be very honest to you. And you need to really note what that looks like, and if it's satisfactory or not, and how you can make some changes there if necessary. Week number 4, you have Knight of Cups rooted down by 6 of Wands reversed. I like that for you guys. I think that that's a little bit mundane, and I think that mundane is really good. So this time is not going to be about shining bright or about maybe being the most popular person in the room or, getting a lot of renown. Again, a Saturn on the sun, so especially you Capricorn, Aquarius, cusp people, a Saturn conjunct sun is a time of self-focus, okay? It's not about how other people feel about you, because if you really focus on that, you're going to find some disappointments. Like, people might not be super kind to you, and that's okay, because you've got to forge alliance and assurance within yourself. It's not about relying on other people to build you up for you. It's about you building yourself up, and that's going to become apparent there. You might learn of a secret. You might learn that someone secretly said something about you, or secretly told a secret of yours or something, or someone that you thought was keeping your secrets wasn't, or something. So not a good time to keep secrets, not a good time to be too secretive. It's a good time to just be more mundane and be more small and simple about things, instead of having these really complex situations that maybe don't look too good. So you, again, watch out for any like gossip or loose-lipped things. Like, watch out for saying bad things about other people too, because that might get you a bad reputation now as well. Saturn on the sun is usually a reckoning time where people really face what they've done. So you might be experiencing a little bit of that. And for everyone, every sign with a Saturn conjunct sun, it's a time of that. So I don't sense it to be too bad for you, but you might find that this time of isolation and quarantine and social distancing is a blessing, because you are really capable to have a bit of a shell and have a bit of a safety guard away from some of these people. So that could be a really big blessing for you. Great time to actually have a Saturn conjunct sun during a time of a societal withdrawal, because Saturn conjunct sun is always a withdrawal to some degree. So you are 11th house Aquarius energy, which rules society. So there's a really, interesting connecting point there. It's like Saturn in Aquarius represents a collective withdrawal, and you're gonna sort of be the leader of that. So it might be really good to influence others or to encourage other people, to not spread the virus or whatever it looks like. I'm not sure what things will look like by the end of April, but it feels to me that there's still going to be some issues there. So anyway, Aquarius, I hope you're staying safe, and I hope you're enjoying this time. One way or another, you need to get some sunlight, work on your health. Again, a Saturn transit can make you want to avoid the sun or avoid health too. So make sure you're not eating horribly and avoiding the sun. The sun heals all right now, so try to get some sunlight, okay? You guys need the sun really badly. Don't get sunburned, but you need to have light of day on you for sure. And, moon walks can be good too, walking at nighttime, but especially during the day. And anyway, Aquarius, I'm wishing you guys a lot of love and light. I hope that the crazy neighbors driving their motorbikes around didn't come through. I tried to adjust the microphone settings where it would just focus on my voice, and I'm not sure what that's done to the quality of the audio. We'll just hope that it's good. But thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the like button. You can comment below, let me know how you're doing. And I will be doing an extended reading over on Patreon if you would like to support my channel, or see my tea chats or my benevolence podcast, or any of the content that I put out exclusively over there. That should be in the center of your screen now, as well as linked below. And I'll see you guys over there or on my next YouTube video. Thank you guys so much. I'll be talking to you soon. Much love. Bye.